Hello, welcome to the Pelagic Life. I'm Michael.
I'm Erin. Today our friend Brian is coming to help us get the engine started.
That's right, he's got a Perkins 40 horsepower saltwater-cooled diesel engine, and she hasn't been started for a couple of years. She was running just fine last time I had her running, but these diesel engines can corrode a bit in the marine environment, so Brian's coming by and we're gonna just very meticulously get her started back up again so we don't damage anything. Brian's a diesel mechanic, worked for BMW down in New Zealand for a while. He's an ex-US Marine, flew helicopters for a while. He's just a really all-around handy guy, knows how to do a whole lot of stuff. I'm gonna go pick him up from the ferry in just a few minutes.
Awesome, can't wait.
Mm-hmm. She is.
Wow.
Pelagic.
Okay.
1969 Choi Lee offshore port.
Okay. Beautiful.
That was the Choi Lee brand name for it. It was called a Rhodes Reliant in the United States, designed by Phil Rhodes. One of the defining characteristics of it actually is this offset companionway.
Okay.
Most sailboats, 40 feet and less. Yeah, it's in the center,
Right.
and usually you're stepping down over the galley. You'll see once we get inside there, he put the galley all the way up against the port side so that you could have a full aft cabin with 2 quarter berths down there.
Very
So
cool.
we'll show you once we get down there. So there's that galley along the port side,
Cool.
and then your settee, your whole salon area here.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I bought that a couple of years after I bought the boat. I figure you have to have a sword.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll have a cannon
Okay.
too. You know, Erin reupholstered all of these cushions last
Beautiful.
summer.
Beautiful job, Erin.
That was, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, changed it a lot.
Yeah.
Really brightened it up in here. This is a head. This converts into a shower. And then this is the aft cabin. You got a quarter berth along each side.
Okay.
Pretty much full-size human being could sleep on either side.
Yeah.
That one's wide enough if you had 2 human beings who liked each other a lot, they could probably sleep in that one.
Sure.
And then this area right here, this is the chart table. I'll take this off in just a minute and show you.
Okay.
This is the chart table, but it's also the engine housing. So this
Ah.
whole front cabinet comes off.
Okay.
This section will come off as well, and the engine's just sitting there right in the middle of the compartment. So
Awesome.
it's very, very easy to access.
Awesome. That's so good.
Yeah.
When I first, whenever you think of like engines in a boat,
Yep.
where are they? At the very bottom.
Yeah,
Buried
at the
next to
bottom, in
bilge.
the back. Yeah, exactly.
So when I had imagined that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be standing in like,
Ah,
way steep water
Sure.
with a coal mining helmet on,
Sure.
the whole thing. But this will be a treat.
yeah, not
We'll get
bad.
it going.
Let's get all this off of here and I'll show you how it works. So it opens like that.
Cool.
Put this. Probably useful that isn't just sitting in there. And there she be.
That's it.
I've got some good documentation on her, and there are a whole slew of these
Okay.
handwritten. This is what you do first, this is what you do second.
Sure.
This is literally to start the engine,
Right.
do these things.
Beautiful.
There's her, I believe, in Central America.
Wow. That's amazing.
Out of the water.
Yep.
She used to have this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And it got painted over?
yeah.
It's pretty.
We're gonna put a wrench on this bad boy on the front, and
Okay.
we're gonna spin it over a couple times just to make sure that all the pistons will move freely in there, and that we're not running into any binds or anything.
Okay.
That's the first step, and then after that, once we get it going around a couple times and we're kind of happy with it, we'll check for electricity glow plugs. Make
Okay.
sure that we are having some heat there, and then once we have that, then I reckon we give her a turn.
Okay. So we opened up the engine,
Yep.
and it's it's nice and corroded, and
Yeah.
you know, looks like
A lot of work ahead of you for that.
Yep.
First couple things we need to do is make sure that it rotates.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't rotate, it's not worth bothering with.
Yep. Okay.
Next thing we need to do is, if it does rotate, we should see if it will crank. If
Okay.
it cranks, then we should do filter and fluid changes. And after filter and fluid changes, then it's just a matter of making sure it stays running once
Sure.
it gets running.
Sure.
Yeah. So we should go to the store. What we're gonna need is an adapter socket for the crank.
Yep.
To make sure that we can get on it.
Yeah, it's a big old.
Yep, a piece of pipe for your ratchet or a breaker bar, whatever we decide there. And then fluids and filters if it comes to that. But
Okay.
I think we can maybe cross that bridge tomorrow.
That sounds
if we
about
need
right.
to.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think that's it, yeah.
Sounds awesome.
So as we discussed earlier, we went to the store. We got this 1.5 inch socket, 1/2 inch breaker bar combo here. And the reason we got this is so that way we can turn this bolt right here. Want to turn it in order to make sure that none of the cylinders have corroded inside. Because if the cylinders are corroded inside and it doesn't turn, there's no sense in changing fluids or doing anything else like that. Engine's got to come out.
Right.
So that's what we went to the store for. Back from the store now. It's a moment of truth. You ready?
So the question now is, will it turn?
Will it turn? Yep. So if it turns, we're in business. We can go do things.
All right.
If it doesn't turn, other options to explore.
Like not doing things?
Like not doing things. Are you ready?
All right, here we go.
Let's fit this on here. And, oh, look at that. Nice. Yes. Yes, that's so easy.
I was gonna say that doesn't even look like it's.
Yeah, that's effortless.
Sweet.
And I'm just feeling it here, and we've got some good compression coming up on it right here. That's really good compression right there.
Nice.
So that tells me that all of your valve seats and everything are sealing well.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So you likely don't have any corrosion behind your valve seats as we come through each stroke there.
Okay.
And it just feels really good. You can also hear some water in there, which means that your pump's probably working really well.
Okay.
And this is just cranking over really easy.
Nice.
You got that good compression there as well.
I tell you what, man. I mean, I've been told people love these perkies.
Yeah.
And I've been told they'll just run and run and run and run and run. She hasn't been cranked in years at this point. So honestly, I was pretty worried, but
yeah, here we are.
that's a relief.
Congratulations.
Now we have lots of work to do.
Yes.
Sweet.
This is where your glow plug should go.
Okay.
Also, we have a sensor here without a cable. Would be like cylinder head temperature, perhaps.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm down to just give it a shot, but like without like having glow plugs.
Yeah.
The only way to generate heat would be to continue to crank it until the cylinder actually gets hot enough.
These were modified. The way that this was explained to me was, this is a British tractor engine that there was some sort of surplus on, and somebody was like, you know what we could do? We could saltwater cool those and put them in boats.
Well, seems how I can't find any glow plugs, that negates the need for a multimeter.
Yeah.
We can click it on and see what comes to life, and
Okay.
then I can give you a thumbs up and we can crank and see how she goes.
Sweet. Let's see what happens. There's a glow plug, now that I think about it,
Okay.
because I remember there's a depression switch here for warming them up.
Okay.
You just want me to give it a shot anyway?
Well, yeah, why don't we give it a shot, Michael?
All right.
So hold that down good 10-15 seconds. Make sure everything's clear while he's doing that. Let's try all the way around here. Get some light on the subject. Didn't see any arcing when you did that. Ready when you are, sir. Continue to hold that while cranking. That'll help too. Yep. Yeah, go ahead. Go for it. Give it a few seconds to rest there. Let your batteries recover. Had good speed to it. Yeah, that was encouraging. Why don't we hold that glow plug and continue to crank? Yep. Yep. It just might be that diesel's too old.
Okay.
Um,
You are exhausting. No,
Yep.
And I can hear the water.
Jetting out of it.
No, it's not coming out, but I can hear it trying to suck it up.
Okay.
I'll try it again.
Why don't we just crank with no glow plug? That was encouraging.
Yeah.
Glow plug? Yeah. Sometimes these just need a little bit more heat to them, yeah. Yeah, just hold there for a second. So that spin down noise that you just heard was the starter motor engaging and kicking back.
Okay.
But it did crank over.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
We got a flame.
yeah.
What happened?
That was just a back ignition. It
Okay.
ignited back through the intake because it's exhausting, as you can see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
That was kind of cool.
Yes, it was.
Want to give it another shot?
Yeah, might as well.
Hold the glow plug or no?
No, it's got enough heat in it. I know, I'd reckon. Whoa! Aha! Give it a little throttle. He's alive. A little more throttle. If that stabilizes, if that temperature stabilizes there, then you're in business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're running.
Let me look at that water pump. I'm pretty sure. I just want to make sure that it's pulling. Yeah, it is. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, it's such a good feeling. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
Yeah, we're mobile. We can go places.
Let's go do stuff. Yeah.
Let's go right now.
Maybe let it run and then see if it'll restart.
Next week on Pelagic Life, watch as we discover that the engine will not shut off.
You need something sturdy enough to choke it without breaking and getting sucked in.
Find and fix a fuel leak,
And that's fuel.
and decide on a moment's notice to leave the dock for the first time in years.